Welcome to episode 4, Managing the December Chaos when half of your team is gone, and you're supposed to be too. Picture this, it's the third week of December. You're sitting at your desk with a cold coffee that's been there since this morning. And you open your inbox and there it is, an out-of-office reply from one of your best employees. Back after the New Year's Eve. The client email below says, urgent bug, needs fixing by Friday. You check your team chat. Half of the names have little vacation emojis next to them. The other half, 2 are sick with the flu, and 1 is working from their parents' house with Wi-Fi so bad they keep dropping from calls. And your manager just messaged asking about that year-end report. Welcome to December. My name is Claudia and this is What No One Tells You, the podcast where we talk about the messy reality of leadership that nobody prepares you for. And today's reality is this. December doesn't care about your plans. Your team is disappearing. The work isn't. And you're supposed to hold it all together while also being told to take some time off for yourself. So let's talk about what actually works when the pressure is real and the resources are thin. Here's what nobody tells you about managing in December. The problem isn't that people are taking vacation. The problem is that December exposes every weakness in how your team operates the rest of the year. If you're the bottleneck from every decision, December destroys you. If your team doesn't know who owns what, December reveals it. If you don't have clear priorities, December makes you pay for it. And the standard guidance? It sounds good in theory, but it doesn't address the reality. They tell you to plan for proper coverage and maintain business continuity. Sure, how do you maintain continuity when the person with all the knowledge is unreachable on a mountain somewhere? How do you plan coverage when people get sick, flights get delayed, and emergencies happen? The policies and frameworks make sense, but for normal operations. December isn't normal operations though. You need practical strategies that work when things get messy. So here's what actually works. And I'm going to be honest with you, this isn't about working harder or being more organized. It's about accepting reality and making tough choices. First, something will drop. You need to choose what. This is the part that makes managers uncomfortable. You want to believe you can keep everything running smoothly. You can't. Not when half your team is gone. So stop trying to save everything and decide what actually matters. What will cause real damage if it fails? Not what people say is important, what will actually break something. A missed internal deadline? Annoying. A broken client commitment? Catastrophic. Your manager's report being late? Uncomfortable. Losing your best employee because they burned out in December? Disaster. Make your peace with this right now. You're going to disappoint someone and you need to choose who. Because if you don't choose, the pressure will choose for you and it always picks the worst option. Second, build a skeleton team, not a perfect team. Figure out the bare minimum you need to keep things running, not the ideal setup, the minimum. Do you need someone watching things constantly? Probably not. Do you need someone checking in regularly and handling emergencies? Yes. Do you need to approve every small decision? No. Can your team handle routine stuff without you? That better, because you're going to be unavailable too. Here's what I do. One simple handover document, not a manual, not a process map. One page that answers 3 things. 1. What's critical this week? 2. Who covers what if someone's out? And 3. And what's actually an emergency versus what can wait until January? That's it. Everyone gets a copy. Everyone knows the plan. And when someone leaves for vacation, they spend a few minutes talking through their part with whoever is covering. Done. Third, talk more, meet less. December is not the time for long meetings, but it's absolutely the time to stay connected. Quick daily check-ins, same time every day, short and focused, and what got done yesterday, what's happening today, and what's blocking you. No deep discussions, no problem-solving sessions, just visibility. And here's a December specific question you need to ask. Are you actually taking time off, or are you planning to secretly work during vacation? Because some people will try to be heroes, and they will answer emails from the beach, and they will join calls from their in-laws' house, and they think they're being dedicated. But they're actually creating a culture where everyone feels guilty for disconnecting. Stop this early. Tell them clearly. Take your time off and actually disconnect. If something critical happens, you'll reach them. Otherwise, let it wait. Fourth, train your team to decide without you. Every time someone comes to you for approval on something which is purely routine, you're teaching them they need you. And in December, when you're in back-to-back meetings or dealing with your own challenges, that dependency breaks everything. So start this now. When someone asks for a decision, ask them what they think should happen. When they tell you, unless it's actually wrong, tell them to go ahead. Set clear boundaries for when they actually need you. Small stuff, routine decisions, they can handle it and tell you after. Big stuff that affects clients or costs serious money, then they check first. You're not abdicating responsibility. You're building a team that can function when you're not available, because in December, you will not be. Fifth, protect your own energy or you're useless to everyone. Your team is watching you. If you're panicked and working until midnight every night, they'll either copy you or lose respect for you. Neither helps. You need to model what sustainable looks like, so take your lunch, leave at a reasonable time, at least a few days a week. Actually disconnect when you say you're off. I know this feels impossible. You have so much to do, but here's the reality. An exhausted manager makes terrible decisions. You're more valuable working focused hours than dragging through endless difficult ones. And to be honest with your team, if you're overwhelmed, tell them. Not in a I'm falling apart way, but in a I'm managing a lot right now, so I might be slower to respond way. Give them a way to reach you for genuine emergencies and let everything else wait. And this is not weakness, it's being realistic about what you can actually deliver. Here's what December really reveals. Whether you've built a resilient team or a house of cards that only works when everyone is present and you're available every minute. If your team falls apart the moment people start taking vacation, you don't have a team. You have a group of people depending on you. And every December will be painful until you change that. But if you've spent the year building trust and delegating real responsibility, December is just busy. Not overwhelming, just busy. And the good news, even if you're realizing right now that you have work to do, you can start today. You don't need to fix everything. Just start with one thing. So here is what I propose you to do. Not next week and not when you have time, but right now. Choose your non-negotiables. Write them down. 3 things maximum that absolutely cannot fail. And everything else, it can wait. Or it can be late, or someone else can handle it. And make that call today. Create your 1-page December survivor plan. What's critical? Who covers what? What's an emergency? Get it done this afternoon and share it with your team before the day ends. Start those daily check-ins tomorrow morning. Same time every day. Keep them short, keep them focused, and keep everyone connected. And the next time someone asks you for a decision they can make themselves, ask them what they think and let them run with it. Start building that muscle now because you will need it working by next week. Look, December is here whether you are ready or not, but you get to choose how you meet it. Stressed and trying to control everything, or focused, strategic, and trusting the team that you've built. You've got the tools. You know what to do. Now go and do it. And now you know, because I told you. My name is Claudia, and this was the What No One Tells You podcast. Share this with another manager who needs to hear it. And I'll see you next week when we'll talk about what to do when you come back in January and nothing got done the way you expected. Until then, you've got this. Make December your victory, not your breakdown.